right, coming to the stage next. Just met this guy as well. Also seems very funny. Give it up for Andrew Packard, everybody.
All right. Hello, Ann Arbor. Woo. Does anyone else find it odd that the mascot for a company called Progressive is a woman wearing an apron? It's weird thoughts like this that pop into my head all day. I think they should have put Nancy Reagan on the 20. Not because she deserves it, I just think cokeheads have an ironic sense of humor. Okay, some of you are old enough to remember Just Say No. Some of you are not. Either way, it worked for a few, so I'm going to keep it for a while longer. I'm really glad to be here, coming off of a really lousy year. Back in August, I came home from running some errands to discover that my wife had packed a suitcase, loaded our dogs in the car, and left, simultaneously allowing me to understand the deep, deep sorrow of country music and the unbridled misogyny of rap. But on the plus side, when I fill out online dating profiles now, I can honestly say, yeah, I appreciate all types of music. I have to start dating again because I'm way too young and odd to be alone. It just adds an extra layer of creepy. I figure I've got about 5 more years where I can ride my bike and people assume I'm a hipster. I live in Ohio. You see a man over a certain age on a bike and you go, huh, he's got a DUI. Thank you for not immediately booing when I said I came up here from Ohio. Because I know what they're like. I wasn't born there. I moved there. I'm glad it's not college football season. Because Ohio State fans, they're like men's rights activists. Even when they have a valid point, you don't want to acknowledge it because they're assholes. I'm going to tell you a joke. I mistakenly said a little too close to Cleveland. I was trying to come up with a less offensive name for the Cleveland Indians. And I was just listing things that remind me of Cleveland. Until eventually I got to pierogies and said, wait a minute, pierogies is perfect. Everyone loves pierogies. And what better metaphor for the fans than a bunch of pasty blobs full of potatoes and cheese? Thank you, Tigers territory. I did that joke a little too close to Cleveland, and a woman in the audience stood up and said, "Shove it up your dick!" I've never been told to use a thought as a catheter, but as her mind seems to be narrow, I think it would be painless. So like I said, I've started dating again, which is interesting, because I was married for 8 years, so I missed the point where online dating was socially acceptable, and now I'm in it at the point where we pretend it's socially acceptable. Me going into online dating is a lot like the first time I took my grandpa into a Whole Foods. A lot of labels that made no sense, and eventually I just go and sit frustrated in my car. I had a woman tell me that she couldn't date me because I made her feel like a pedophile. I'm not younger than her, I'm just that childish. If anything I say tonight bothers you, know that I'm not sorry. But also know that opinions are like assholes. Everyone thinks theirs is impenetrable. See, guys love that joke. Women love that joke only on special occasions. Like a birthday or after a lot of red wine. How do you follow up such a classy butt sex joke? Wasn't really prepared for that. I think I'm gonna leave you with a realization I had the other day. When you get divorced, no one really tells you that you have to go through everything in your life and you have to divvy it up. And I was going through a hallway closet when it occurred to me that I have more versions of the game Trivial Pursuit than past sexual partners. And that's a real chicken and the egg scenario. I don't know what brought on the other. But I think it's the fact that I look like the Target brand Tony Stark. I'm not Iron Man, I'm Cast Iron Man. I'm cheaper and heavier. Thank you very much. My name is Andrew Packard.
Thank you, Packard, everybody. Thank you. You tried. Like to keep that applause rolling if we can. Coming next.